Let's go, Bucks. I said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amara. This is AmarasLogic. Got a new video for you today. Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news live edition. Before we get into it, you know the spiel. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the most electrifying content on YouTube and the most electrifying chat on YouTube. Let's get it, Bucks Nation. Another blowout? Is that the three? 3 in a row blowouts? Let's go, Bucks. What? This is what I'm talking about. I know that a lot of us, and we talked about it last game, thought this Raptors game would be a trap game, and the Bucks came out again. There's been a pattern these last 3 games, friends and family. Salute to friends and family, Bucks Nation. I'm hyped in charge, y'all. My bad. Just bear with me. Bear with me. I'll calm down shortly. It's just like, wow, where have this is the Bucks team that we've been waiting on. I mean, again, in a trap game, you came and punched them in the mouth, and that's 3 games in a row that I've seen this pattern of the Bucks punching somebody in the mouth and Dame coming out ultra aggressive in the first quarter. Dame came out ultra aggressive again, went crazy. We established that lead and did look back. I know this sounds like the same lie because I'm saying the same thing, but the Bucks are that good right now. Everyone contributing. This is what we wanted to see. I know we had some ups and downs in this game. You're going to have that in the NBA. Nobody's going to play perfect. But the way that we were able to sustain and get things back together, we should applaud this team. Our defense in that first quarter was suffocating. It was suffocating. We ruined Scotty Barnes' whole game in the first quarter. He couldn't get nothing going. He couldn't get nothing going. And once you stop him, for the most part, you will stop the Toronto Raptors, though R.J. Barrett did get it going a little later, and Grady Dick. This is how you beat these type of teams. This is the way that we should be approaching it. Let's punch them in the mouth and just maintain the lead and cruise. That's what the Bucks did. I know you're like, oh, they came back, this and that. Yeah, it's the NBA. No team is not going to score. But the point is, when they started getting within striking distance, the Bucks buckled down, started playing some defense, and started going to their main people. And in the second half, who carried this was Giannis Antetokounmpo. Shout out to Gary Trent. Shout out to Gary Trent. He played well upon his return also. So it's good to see him playing well and in front of his daddy. If y'all didn't know, at the game today, Gary Trent Sr. was at the game. So it's good for us to get a win and for his son to play well. So salute to that. Salute to that. I'm just really proud of how this team has been playing during this 4-game stretch. Now, we need to end this strong against Philly on Sunday, but nonetheless, I was saying before this week started that this could be a very pivotal stretch in the Bucks season where it could be where we turn back and look and say, hey, that's the point where the Bucks showed who they were, and we started to move forward in the right direction. Small things that I'm noticing. The pick and roll definitely works with Giannis and Dame. They definitely have that. Now, the complications happen is when Dame gets blitzed. You can't really do the pick and roll. But when they're openly able to run their offense, that pick and roll Dame and Giannis was running today was perfect. I have no complaints. It was perfect. Now, what I do have complaints about today is our screening. I keep telling y'all one of the biggest problems with this team, I know people think talent and all that, it's attention to detail. Understanding how to throw a proper screen. Knowing when to throw the screen. When to slide. It's just like we don't do that little stuff. Like, we had, three offensive fouls in a row because of moving screens. It's like we gotta tighten that type of stuff up. And Bobby's aloofness on defense is crazy. I've never seen someone not pay attention on defense as much as Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis, shout out to Bobby Portis. That is just crazy. But I'm hyped in charge, y'all. I'm going to open these lines in a minute. We're going to go over these numbers. We're going to shout out friends and family in the best Bucks community on YouTube. And we're going to get to it. Let me get these stats up of this great game. Y'all know I was moving around, so let me get myself together. Bear with me. Here we go. Bucks win at home in front of friends and family in impressive fashion, 130-112, with another wire-to-wire victory by the Bucks. Awesome performance. Let's go over these numbers, y'all. Scotty Barnes, 4 of 16, 0 for 6, 10 points. You know what? Him focusing so hard on Giannis, he wasn't able to get his offense going, trying to figure out what Giannis was doing and trying to stay in front of him. So I think that pressure from Giannis and coming downhill really took a lot of steam out of Scotty Barnes, which I think we should notate that moving forward because he didn't have much left in the tank. Podol's played solid, 12 points. Davion Mitchell, 10. RJ Barrett had a good game. A lot of that was from 3. 21 points, 10 assists, very solid. Scotty Barnes did almost have a triple-double, though, with 8 rebounds and 10 assists. He had a bad game today, but Scotty Barnes is a legit star player in today's NBA. He is a legit star player. He's one of the young and up-and-comers that I see that could really become depending how things shake, he can be a superstar. I know he looks a little older than he should be with that lineup, but he's a legit young star and possibly superstar in the making in Scotty Barnes. I don't hate, I tell the truth. Scotty Barnes is one of them. I know the field goal percentage doesn't show today, but he one of them. RJ Barrett, solid contributor, like I said, 21 points. I also think they got something with Grady here. Grady has had a lot of upside and has some big games against us. So they got some young talent on that team. It's just not good enough to beat the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, this shooting percentage here isn't indicative of how this game went. This shooting percentage was pretty much picked up. It should be, I would say, 43 to 42%, but we let them just do whatever they wanted in that third quarter. The Bucks in the third quarter is crazy. I don't know why we just lose focus. I know we outscored them because we finished that quarter strong, but we were definitely struggling up and down in that game in the third quarter. That's where the wheels came off a little bit, but again, we bit down. That's what I love about this team. They have a lot of fight and had a lot of grit. Even though things weren't going right, they bit down, hit some shots, went to their stars, and they carried us, and people made some big shots. I'm really liking the momentum of this team right now. Really am. Also helped us. They were 8 of 34 from the three-point line, 23%. So you don't hit threes against the Bucks, you're out of there. I'm going to tell you right, I don't even need to look at any of this. You 8 of 34 against the Bucks, you out of there. That's not enough. They were 18 of 24 from the line, but enough about them. They lost. Who cares about their numbers? Let's get to the winning team and the best team, the Milwaukee Bucks. Taurean Prince with a solid effort, 9 points. Giannis doing what Giannis does, 35 points. He was only 11 of 18 from the free throw line. I'm starting to get concerned about Giannis at the free throw line. He has to find a way, the same way he's been able to gain this rhythm shooting the mid-range, he needs to find some type of sweet spot with these free throws because it's almost the same distance. So it not per se that his free throw shooting concerns me in the regular season. It's in the playoffs when these games are tight and he has to be in the game. He has to be able to hit free throws at a solid clip. I'm not saying 80% or anything crazy, but he should be hovering at least around 70%. He has to be hovering around 70% because 11 to 18, if this was a close game, that would have been the difference. That's one of the only flaws in Giannis's game now that he needs to evolve, and that's to be able to make his free throws. He had 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 6 turnovers. He was a bit careless with the basketball today. A bit careless, but nonetheless, a good game by Giannis. He needs to focus on the free throws and protecting the basketball. 35 points. Brook Lopez, 3 of 7, 1 of 3. 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks, 2 turnovers, 9 points. He played okay. He played all right. Not too bad. Solid. Dame really started off strong, and then he kind of let his teammates kick in, but he definitely set the tone in the first half. He had 22 points, but only 4 in the second half, but we really didn't need his offensive output, so he kind of cruised. Again, like I've been saying, he's figuring it out. Y'all, Dame is not even taking a lot of shots to get 26 points. He's been doing that consistently over this stretch. They figured out some of the stuff. They've definitely figured out a few things, and you can see it during this week. You can definitely see it. And what I see from Dame is he's working on efficiency and taking good shots and timely shots instead of being a volume shooter. And I think that's good for this team because it spreads the ball around and allows all the others to get involved and get their shots because we know that he can get his whenever he wants. So I do like the way Dame is playing. 6 of 14, so a shade under 50% from the field. 4 of 7 from the three-point line, and he was ultra aggressive going to the free throw line. 10 of 10, had a 4-point play in there as well. 3 rebounds. I'm glad that Brook Lopez actually out-rebounded Dame today, so that's good to see. He had 8 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, no turnovers. Extremely solid performance by Dame Lillard. 26 points. I like Ryan Rollins. Oh, I like Ryan. We got to find a way to get him on his team. Very solid performer. He's just steady. Ryan Rollins' performance is steady. You know what to expect. He going to play good defense. He going to play smart offense. He's not going to be a hindrance to you on either side of the ball. So I really like what Ryan Rollins is giving us, especially with Ajax out. I thought Ryan Rollins came in and contributed. 16 minutes, 3 of 5. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 7 points. Bobby Portis, his points show 15, but if you watch that game, his defense was left a lot to be desired. I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna try to keep it positive, but his defense is crazy. It's atrocious. Bobby is 5'11", 1 of 4, 4 of 4. He had 6 rebounds, 3 turnovers, 15 points plus 9. Khris Livingston, just him getting in the game, I'm happy about that because that means he's closer to getting minutes. So salute to Khris Livingston. Khris Middleton doing exactly what we've asked for him to do. Come off the bench, give us solid production. We don't need you to be a world beater. Khris Middleton, 24 minutes, 4 of 6, 2 of 3 from the three-point line, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 turnovers, 13 points. Perfect. Great game by Middleton. That's exactly what we need. And as we've seen with Middleton coming off the bench, there's a lot more pop and a lot more offensive firepower on this team. I really like Taurean Prince starting and Middleton coming off the bench. He's still playing close to 30 minutes and contributing. Perfect. Salute to Middleton. Gary Trent Jr. in front of his pops. 24 minutes, 4 of 8, 2 of 5. He had 10 points. No turnovers, 2 steals. Just a solid performance by the Bucks. 52% from the field goal percentage. I mean, we're shooting the lights out at home right now. We are shooting the lights out. Salute to the Bucks. 41% from 3, 80% from the line. How you gonna beat us if we shooting like that? Salute to the Bucks. And we did have 13 turnovers, but if you think if Giannis had 6 and Bobby had 3, that's 9. We really only have 4 turnovers by 2 other people. So we really protected the ball quite well outside of Giannis and Bobby. We protected the ball quite well. So I'm really happy about that. I think this was an all-around great performance. Like I said, we had ups and downs in this game, but that's going to happen. It's just the ebb and flow of the game. But like I said, once they got to close to 10, the Bucks turned it back on. And it's, like I said, I like this pattern of the Bucks because usually the problem with the Bucks has been them coming out slow. So now they're coming out Cobra Kai style. Strike first, strike hard, strike fast, and it's made the difference. The Bucks have gotten out to leads in the first quarter, and they haven't looked back this whole winning streak. Soon as they punch you in the mouth, get that lead, they don't look back. They do what they need to do to maintain the lead. If you look at the scoring, all our bulk lead is in the first quarter, and then we cruise. 35-35 second quarter, 34-35 in the third quarter, 21-23 in the fourth quarter. We just maintained our lead. And there's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, you would love to blow them out and Giannis and Dame and Brook and them to sit. But again, this the NBA things happening. The Raptors are coming in confident as well after beating on the Boston Celtics and a few other good teams. They were fighting, so respect to them, but it wasn't enough at 5-serve for them. Y'all should have quit so our players could have rested. Y'all had no chance of winning this game. We'll get into these team stats and shout out everybody in the chat and get to it, y'all. We won the free throw battle. We tied for the rebounding battle. They actually had more assists than us, which is interesting, but we were hitting a lot more shots. We conceded only 10 points off of turnovers. That's actually really good for us. We only have 14 fast break points, which is interesting. It seemed like we should have more, but they did dominate some points in the paint, 56-40. And that was their advantages in the paint. Brook Lopez is not moving as well as he should defensively, but that's the kind of to be expected. I'm just really happy with the Bucks' performance tonight. Friends and family, how y'all feeling? Hit the like button as y'all come in here. It's for the free 99. We going live after every Bucks game. This is the best community on YouTube. Let's get to it. Let's see who in the building, friends and family. Let's shout y'all out. We gonna open up these lines and get to it. Let's talk this Bucks talk the right way. Derek Stevenson in the house. Eli Harris in the house. Nico Sana in the house. What's good? Hey, 78 Sports TV, the general in the house. I'm gonna get to your super chat shortly, sir. Respect. Brandon King Carter in the building. My boy Nikos in the building. Shout out to Sweden. Patricia P in the building. OG Queens in the chat. Oliver Story was good. Greg Delaney was good. Eliza, happy birthday to Eliza. Hey, everybody. Hey, say happy birthday to Eliza. It's Eliza's birthday today. Salute, Eliza. Appreciate you. Mr. Cool, the living legend, is in the building. Salute. Robert Brooks. Dre West, I see you. The homie Rigo in the building. Joseph Macbeth in the building. Mr. Washington, I see all y'all. What's good? Jimmy Roller. Tito. William Johnson, the whole mob in here. Let's go. Bleacher Report boss, what's good, bro? Sadovsky, I see you. Hey, this is a good win. Boy, mommy, what's good, ma'am? Good to see you. Appreciate y'all. WFSO in the building. Jeff Riley, what up? Gibson Nicholas, a.k.a. Mr. Bahamas, is in the building. Let's get to it. Nemesis, I ain't seen you in a minute. Oh, the homie RJ back to tap back in from the UK. Shout out to the UK. And if y'all don't know, y'all first time joining, this podcast is not local. We're global. It's people from all over the world that join this podcast. Just check in the comment section. You'll see that to be verified true. Salute, good tapping in. ZG, hey, my homie ZG Tog, what's good, bro? What's going on in Thailand? My boy ZG Tong typing in from Thailand. Salute, salute. Yeah, we are. We getting it going. What up, Carrie? Humilidon, what's good? Janet MOC. Everybody up in here. Let's get to it. Let me get to these comment section. I'm going to throw the link in the chat. I'm going to get to these comments and let's chop it up about these Bucks and this win streak. And we got another game Sunday, y'all. Another game Sunday. Link is in the chat. I'm going to get to the comments and let's kick it. Let's kick it on a Friday night. Bucks on a 3-game winning streak. We feeling good. The weather nice outside. I'm glad we got this win before this cold kick in. If you from Wisconsin, it's about to be negatives all next week, which is crazy. Let me start to get to these comments. Hey, I don't want to scroll up too far. I see y'all going in on Bobby. Derek Stevens said K-Mid is getting his mojo back. I agree, and I think that it's good that he is coming off the bench to help this team. He's giving us a lot of pop. Look at the energy he gave us in the first quarter. Khris Middleton, Dame were a big part of us getting that lead in the first quarter. I don't have no hate towards Middleton. I just think we need to utilize him in this fashion. It's best for him and it's best for the team, especially with Taurean Prince's defense. So I'm like what I'm seeing. Dre West, what's good, bro? You said Philly on Sunday. Yeah, definitely Philly on Sunday to get 4 in a row would be dope. Sadowski said barbecue chicken Philly. Absolutely. Robert Brooks said those are some smooth tools. And, I'm trying to keep y'all entertained, engaged, and project and have the best content on YouTube. And that's how I got to do it. When y'all come in here, it's going to be 4K audio. You know what it is. I even wanted during the breaks for the music to be smooth. I want everything to be perfect for friends and family, Bucks Nation. My boy Oliver Story said, I hit the like button long time ago when I saw the great chat debate. Absolutely. Absolutely appreciate you. Boy Mommy said, let's keep stacking these W's. Absolutely. We are stacking them. We're going to get another one against Philly. Philly mid. Bro, Rigo, I am very concerned about this. Bucks better sign Rollins or Celtics will 100% pick him up. Right? Hey, I don't care who feelings get hurt. Cut the line right. We only paid him like $2 million. Just cut him. so we can make sure Ryan Rollins has a roster spot. That is important. He brings a lot of intangibles to this team. And no disrespect, he brings different things to the table than Ajax does. He brings quality defense, but he also has the offense that Andre Jackson Jr. does not have at this current point in his career. Respectfully. I like Rollins, even with the bad shoulder. WFSO says, Showtime, you already know. My boy Gibson in the build. I'm going to tap you in here shortly, bro. Salute. That's right. 3 to the dome. My man said 3 to the dome. Hilarious. Nemesis says, salute to friends and family. Absolutely. Hey, but y'all, Bobby's defense is crazy, y'all. Bobby's defense leaves a lot to be desired. Bobby, he frustrates me from time to time. What up, Janet MOC? Yes, baby, absolutely. Damn, Rigo just went in on RJ. This is like RJ Barrett stinks. Damn, why you go in like that? That was shout out to Rigo. That was funny, bro. That was definitely funny. Robbie A said, this is Dame's best 3-game stretch as a Buck. That is an interesting point. Friends and family, is this Dame Lillard's best 3-game stretch as a Buck? It's definitely, I would say, one of his most efficient. For sure. Anthony Lacey said, I don't want Jimmy Butler. Nah, he don't really help us. Like that. Let me get to the super chat first. We're going to get to the general of the LDBC. Friends and family members, 78 Sports TV with a $10 super chat. Appreciate you. Yeah, Doc got Dame playing like a PG and not a shooting guard. Our offense was good. Defense was trash in the second and third. Agreed. Hold on, let me get all of that. Hold on. Salute Bucks Nation. I'll be live tomorrow talking against us getting Butler. I'll be with you. Hey, all right, 78. I got you. Salute. Tap into 78. One of the best to do it. Ed Bizzle, what's good? Appreciate the $5 super chat. Light work. Green and Gary Jr. are Jules and Lil Ryan hooping. Facts. But again, we have to make sure, Ed Bizzle, we got to get a roster spot for Ryan Rollins. And I'm hoping that happens during the trade deadline where we can dump somebody to get him on the team, because he's definitely better than DeLon Wright, and respectfully, he's better than Pat Connaughton as well. I'm just telling the truth, y'all. Just telling the truth. Let me tap in the homie, Mr. Bahamas. Tap in Mr. Bahamas here, and let's get to it, y'all. The lines are open. Mr. Bahamas, what's good, sir?
Salute, sir. I got my Yukon hat on. I represent Yukon. I got Yukon hat on. Amber, I told you the last live. What did I told you? I told you, Amber. I say, Amber, we are going to beat the brakes off the Raptors. We do what that dead Boston Celtics could not do.
He came in and spoke right away.
No straight ENT. Take your book and pencil and tell your team to learn how real teams play, not pump fakes calling for fouls. Real teams play. Now, I hope you all was watching. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to the beautiful city down there of Wisconsin. I know snow is down there, but we don't have no snow here in the Bahamas. We have nice sunny weather. A little warm, but not no snow. We don't get snow.
So what you think about today's game, Mr. Bahamas? What you think about it?
We locked in. I ain't got nothing negative to say about this team. We locked in. We putting belt to backside. We are going to do the same thing to the Sixers. We are going to destroy them. We are going to annihilate them. So, Doc, continue doing what you do. Bobby, you can get it together, but we still got the W. I just wanted to make sure that no straight ENT see that his team is no match for us. That's all I have to say. No match. You know, I was coming on with shorts at him. They beat.
Right.
They beat.
But
They
you know
beat.
what though? I don't know how much of the game you saw. Did you see a lot of the game or not really? Did you see the game?
Not too much. I didn't see too much of the game.
So I'm
I
gonna just give you a little recap. So we really started off strong again, just like the last game where we took control in the first quarter and kind of never looked back. Dame was very aggressive again in the first quarter. The pick and roll seems to be working. I'm surprised none of y'all in the comment section is talking about the pick and roll. I thought the pick and roll, Dame and Giannis and them had some nice pick and roll movement when Dame is not getting blitzed. Clearly, you can't run pick and roll if Dame's getting blitzed. But like I said, when they were able to initiate the offense, I thought the pick and roll looked good. I also like the way Ryan Rollins looks with those players. Ryan Rollins belongs. Ryan Rollins belongs, and I like that. That's about 16 minutes for him as well. He's giving us quality production. We have some hidden gems here that we need to really let them bloom. Let's see what they can be. Let's see what Ryan Rollins really can do. Let's see Khris Livingston. They're teasing us with Khris Livingston. I really want us to see him get some quality minutes in the game when it matters. I really want to see what Khris Livingston can do in the game when it matters. So, but I'm happy. I'm happy about Doc starting to really. Doc is changing his ways a little bit, at least as far as his approach towards young players. I do see him making more of a real effort to play the young players that he has available. So I'm hoping that this trend continues because the young guys are giving us a lot of energy. They're giving us a lot of energy.
So, Amber, what I would like for the Milwaukee Bucks to do, and I want to send this message to John Horst, all the way from the Bahamas. Do not let Ryan Rollins go for little or nothing. Do not let him go for little or nothing. We have to keep Rollins. We cannot allow no
Right.
team to get hands on Rollins. No team, because we don't want to make that same mistake what we did with our other guys. We want to keep Rollins because I think he fit this team perfectly. The lawn you could
Right.
pack your bag, you could hit the door because he ain't bring nobody to the thing. So you could pack and just get booted out there and give Rollins that spot. Let Rollins' contract be guaranteed. We
Right.
need him on the team along with AJ, along with Dre, and with AJ Green. Those guys, they will help this team, Amber. They will help this team. I love what I see in so far, Amber. I
And the
said it the
defense,
last
and
week.
the other thing that we got to do. So you know what's frustrating with this team? We can play good defense, but we can't focus for long stretches of time. Like it can't be like we play good defense from the first through third quarter, then let off the gas a little bit in the fourth. It's like choppy. But we have the skill to play defense. I just don't know if we have the focus or maybe we just lose interest. Do you guys think like when we're up big that when they let teams back in that they've lost interest in the game until it starts to get a little tight again, then they put their foot on the gas? I just wonder why we just don't put our foot in the gas the whole time. Put your foot on their throat, get them out of there. That's less minutes you got to play in the game. If you get them up out of there, it's like we'll get up by 20. They'll get it down to 12 or 10. We'll get it back up to 20. They'll bring it back down. You know what I mean? Instead of just getting them all the way up out of here.
But Amber, I love what I see. I love what I see from the Milwaukee Bucks.
Right.
We coming along very well. We coming along very well in the right time. Everybody was talking
Salute,
trash.
Sherelle.
They was I had a discussion with a guy at work today. I said the Bucks is going to beat the the Toronto Raptors by 50. He said, boy, he said your team is going to lose. I said, how much you want to bet on it? He said,
Why you
okay.
always bet people at work? Why
So
you
I
bet
said, the bet
people
is
at
on.
work? You know why people was confident though? Gibson, it was because of them beating the Boston Celtics. That's why people had. That's why people had the confidence that they would beat because they beat Boston, and they had a look. They had a little bit of a good streak going as far as playing good basketball. But again, at Fiserv Forum,
No, not the house that Giannis built.
now
Not the
you're
house that
bad. Hey,
Giannis.
the house that Giannis built is the truth. The
We ain't gonna laugh at that. And what I really was thinking about, man, what would be very beautiful that this squad that we have now, I know that at the deadline we might still make a few moves, but the guys and with on this team, like especially for the young guys, I would
mm-hmm.
really love for them to get one. I would really love for Gary Trent to get one. I would
Right.
really love for Damian to get one from those years that he played in Portland that he never made it there. I want him to experience that feeling, what it is to be in an NBA Finals, to be on
But
the
we gotta
biggest
take it
stage.
one game. We gotta, hey, like Brandon be saying, we gotta take this one game at a time. We gotta see what happens at trade deadline. And this team is Jekyll and Hyde sometimes, so we gotta see if they can really maintain this momentum moving forward. Hold on 1 second. Robert Brooks said, "Oh, interesting. Appreciate the stats. Like I tell y'all, the best in the business over here. Dame averaging 27 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block over the last 3 games. Perfect." Perfect. Exactly the type of pocket he needs to be in. The only problem I have with Dame is he comes out ultra aggressive in the first half and then disappears until needed. I wish he could stay consistent and let's see how many points you can score and see what you can really like. He got okay, I got 20 already. Let me chill out. That's almost how it felt. Like he got his money real quick. He's like, all right, y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just putting his foot on the gas. But again, I do like when he's ultra aggressive. And what up, Pronte? I seen Pronte in the chat earlier. Salute to Pronte.
Right. So I just
Thank you, Janet.
I know that we looking good. I just say we looking good. That beating we took from New York, I think that opened up our eyes to say, hey, we gotta put our foot to the pedal to the metal. We can't go around here slunking around these teams. We gotta try and get them out of that. Beat them bad. You beat them bad.
Right.
The next Sunday, I'm looking for the Bucks to beat the Sixers by 60 points.
Oh, come on now, bro. We just need to get these wins. We just need to get these wins. And now you see with Middleton on the bench, you see how much better the bench scoring has been since Middleton has been on the bench. 41 points. I wish somebody could pull the stats or figure out what are the bench numbers before Middleton and after Middleton as far as production. I think Middleton is really giving this bench a spark, and they've been hooping since he's been coming off the bench.
Yep.
Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section.
It was a bet. It was a
Hold
best
on, Eliza
decision.
said 11 to 18 is not that bad for Giannis. You got it, Eliza. You got it. You got it. You got it. I don't know what that says. You got it. Hold on 1 second, Gibson. Hold on, you got it. Next one. Hold on 1 second. Derek Stevenson said, "This is a different team. There are still moments when I'm shaking my head, but they are trending in the right direction. We have to beat the lottery teams." Well said. On you, Gibson.
That's the truth.
That's the truth.
What I like what they did with Middleton, it remind me. You remember when Manu Ginobili used to play for the San Antonio Spurs? He used to be a starter, and when Pop tell him say he had to come off the bench, and he contribute off the bench. Manu contribute off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Manu. He helped the team win. So I think the same thing with Middleton. When you see the time is right for us to need that man to step up in that rotation, he will deliver Amber against a team like, for example, like Cleveland, or we buff a team like Boston.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It would that will help us very well because we have guys now with the contribute, would help. Our biggest issue is Amber. What I would like for us to do in this offseason, at this trade deadline is just get another big man to go along with Brook. That's all we need, another big man to help.
Hold on, what's that? Gibson, your man's here. No Strays ENT, our favorite op. I will congratulate you on this unbelievable victory against the mighty Jamal Sheed, Jonathan Mogbo, but wake me up when you beat them by 54 points. He won't go let it go. I knew. No Strays, you a G, bro. I ain't gonna even hold you. You ain't gonna let it go, and you be here win, lose, or draw. I gotta give it to you. I gotta give it to you. Salute.
I got something to address him, but no straight. But your team couldn't beat the team we just beat, though. You should be embarrassed of that. We beat the team your team couldn't beat. You all just beat up on a dead Orlando team. Come on, man. That ain't count. You have to beat the team. Well, we just beat. Y'all couldn't beat that. We come out tonight and show y'all how to get it done, and y'all is world champs. So y'all should be the one embarrassed that we beat the team y'all couldn't beat. Come on, man. No straight.
And look at the right. Look at this though. On a positive, Gibson, we're only one. So we're only one game in a loss column behind the New York Knicks right now since the Knicks lost. So we're right there. All we gotta do is keep this momentum going. I mean, we were 2-8. Now we're knocking on the door of 4th place. That's a good improvement going into 2025. Taking this momentum. This homestand has been a difference maker with this team. This has been an excellent homestand by the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, it is. And now we don't want the media to come and jump on the Milwaukee bandwagon. We want them to stay over there on the New York wagon. We want them to stay on the Cleveland wagon. We wanted them to stay on the Boston wagon. Do not come on this side of the border. We don't want you all. We don't want you all praise. We don't want you all to big us up. Keep that same momentum you all had. You all said we wasn't going nowhere. The only analyst would believe in us. I forget his name, and he said it is too early to give out the Milwaukee Bucks. The media had us right off. They had
Right.
us right off. So right now, we looking good. We don't need them to be talking about us. Talk about New York, talk about Boston, talk about Cleveland. Do not
Right.
mention Milwaukee.
I want us to.
Forget about
We should just fly under the radar, but again, we're playing well. Let's not worry about the media. Let's not worry about the analysts. We just need to worry about this team getting better and playing good basketball, and that's what they've been doing. And what have we been screaming all year is that when we were struggling at the beginning of the year, we were struggling, but Dame and Giannis were scoring 30 a game, and we always kept saying we need the others to step up. This is what it looks like when the others and the bench steps up for the Bucks. We're a really good team when we get bench production. You get 41 points from your bench, about 60 points from your stars. I mean, you're in a good spot. You're in a really, really good spot. So, like I said, I think the move to Middleton to the bench has really solidified our bench scoring and made that a weapon. Now our bench is becoming a weapon. Before, it was like a problem where you were like, damn, if we got to go to the bench, it's a problem. We still have issues depending on lineups. We do still have issues, but I'm confident in our bench production at this point. Go ahead, Gibson.
And I am just want to say I am proud of this team tonight. The way they played those couple of days, the back-to-back they played to come pull out this win tonight at Pfizer Forum. I am really proud of this team. I am proud of the city supporting them, even though that we took that beating from New York. They still never give up on the team. They still supported the team. I am very proud of the guys, and let's looking forward to this beautiful win on Sunday and keep this train going. We keep the train going. So that's all we want, to make it more safe and healthy to the playoffs, so that when we get to the playoff, we are not going to say, "Oh, we losing in the second round again."
Right.
So I want the Milwaukee Bucks to stay on the same track. They know what they have to do. Health was our biggest concern last year. That's why those cowards ran the East. They beat crippled teams to get where they get. We are not discrediting them. We give them their credit. But this year, let's see, when we standing in their way, how are they going to respond to us now? We don't want no straight say they are world champ. No, the Milwaukee Bucks.
We can't worry about the Boston Celtics yet, Gibson. We have to handle our business. We got to just keep winning games and getting momentum, bro. We haven't beat any of those tier 1 teams yet.
What are you saying, right? The Milwaukee Bucks is going to be the last team.
Okay.
I guarantee. Like when
Let's go.
Said, I guarantee they are going to be the last team standing in the East. We are going to be the last team standing in the East to go and face whatever team coming out the West to bring this Larry O'Brien trophy to Pfizer from the hang another banner there, to throw another parade, to show the city that, hey, in the Giannis era, we hang 2 banners at Pfizer Forum. Kareem hang 1. Giannis is going to hang a second one at Pfizer Forum.
There we go. There we go. Hold on one second. Hey, Cream City 1840. Not like we're going to lose Ryan. What I'm saying is there's not a roster spot available for him right now. He's on a 2-way contract, which means he can't play in the playoffs unless he's on the roster. That's what we're saying. The terminology was wrong. Let me clarify, Cream City 1846. We're not technically going to lose him, yes, because of the bird rights, but we don't want to lose him as being an eligible player on the roster for the playoffs if he's not on the roster. He's on a 2-way contract. So we need to get rid of somebody to make sure that he's on this actual real roster so he can play in the playoffs, because we will need players like Ryan Rollins for sure. We forgot all about DeLon Wright. He only getting $2 million. Just cut DeLon Wright. I don't know what the whole... Nobody wants him in a trade package. Just cut DeLon. Why is he on this team still? What? DeLon Wright hasn't played in weeks. Why is he on this team? It's $2 million. If you don't cut this dude or work out a buyout program or something, DeLon Wright has no value on this team. Why is he still here? Why are we wasting time? Get DeLon Wright out of here. It's $2 million. Cut him. Sign
I agree.
Rollins.
I
Jesus
agree.
Christ.
I agree. I agree too, Amber. And when you look at it too, Amber, you get rid of the Lord and you get rid of Pat. You could bring one of the other young guys off the bench into Pat position, like the
Right.
Tyler Smith, the
Uh,
Chris Livingston, and the AJ Johnson could get a little bit of taste of the
what
run.
up,
So,
Scales?
so we gotta see what Horse is doing, man. Horse, we get our eyes on you this coming trade deadline. My eyes is on you. My trust and faith of this team lies in you
He said his
as
trust and
the
faith in his
as the
team is
game plan.
crazy.
Any mistake you make, we want you out the door. We don't want you here no more. We want you out the door. We would call a protest. That
Not the
ownership would have
protest. Not the Bahamas.
any
You were
mistake.
protesting the Bahamas is hilarious. Shout out to
We
my
are
man
going to
Gibson.
we going to call a protest. Now, if we have to fly from the Bahamas to down there to Pfizer from the Guyana, a protest to get you out of there, we will do that because we know you done messed up, and we don't want you to mess this team up anymore the way it done is. So we have to get it right. We have to get it right because we need to hang this banner. And only way we can hang this banner, you have to be able to push the right
Right.
set of buttons. We need you to push all the right ones now, not all
Right.
the bad buttons. We need
Right.
players to help this team win. We need a player with the PJ Tucker mindset, with the dog mentality. We need
Right.
dogs on this team. We need dogs on this team.
Hey, no strays. You I gotta eat that. That's fair. Y'all beat everyone except the Celtics. We up 3-0. Alexa play Can't Tell Me Nothing by Kanye West. That's unfair. That's why I said we can't be talking until we beat them. You can't really be talking. That's what I'm saying. Now you gonna put that in our face. You see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna see. I like what he throwing them at me. I like, you know why I like it? I like it. I know where I'm going to get no strikers by. The playoffs ain't come around yet. Now when the big stage is settled in the playoffs,
What up,
and we put
Monalando?
Oh,
we
what's
put
up?
that
I gotta start
give up
making
the
y'all get some thumbs up. Hey,
hey,
go ahead.
we
What's
after we
going
done
on?
put that
Salute to
beat,
the chat.
no string, then I can come and I can attack him. Right now, I can't attack him right now.
Gibson, let's focus on our team in this game today. We got the Celtics. We
Nobody
can't worry
worried
about
about
the
that.
Celtics. Yeah, we can't worry about.
Nobody
It
worried
wasn't
about
no
that.
crash out, Khris. See, I'm just frustrated. I don't know why DeLon Wright is on this team, bro. You laughing and you should be mad too. You should have the red face emoji. Come on, bro. DeLon Wright is terrible. Word is bond. I think if I'll play DeLon White for $3,500, and I think I would win. And I ain't
I'd
hooped
rather
in
have Tony
years.
Snell.
And I ain't hooped in years. And I think he's
I'd rather
that
have.
bad.
Hey, Amara, I'd rather have Tony Snell, bro. At least he'll
Bro,
shoot it through.
Tony
Wow.
Snell blast from the past. Came out with Tony Snell. Monalano, what you think of the game tonight, bro? Shout out to another one of our international supporters. My boy, tell him where you from.
Toronto.
We got Toronto down here. We got the Bahamas. Who doing it like us over here?
Hey, yo, I'm sneaking my. I'm not representing where I live.
It's all good. Tell me what you thought about the game tonight. What you think, bro?
Hey, yo, I only go to Toronto games to watch the Bucks.
So what you think about today's game, bro?
Hey, man, another dub. Let's not focus on what do you call it? What's ahead of us. Let's focus on each game one at a time. Like,
Right.
you know.
What
I
were
think
you
that's what
most
we've been
impressed with
doing.
today? What were you most impressed with today?
I'm impressed with how many fouls there were. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, we got some calls today, right?
Bro, where were those for like the past 20 games?
We got our due today. I'm not gonna hold you. We got our due. And I thought we played
Yeah.
solid throughout. Like, it's gonna be ups and downs in games, but I thought we played really solid basketball. I really think we played solid.
The person who I was the most impressed with was Dame, to be honest. He stepped up on the defensive end, and I don't know. He likes to play defense when he feels like he can when he has energy. I don't know what's wrong with his energy. Like one moment he's like, you need to test this dude, and the next moment he's like just chilling. I'm like, what is this guy doing? It's just inconsistent. But you can't give excuses like, oh yeah, he's old, bro. You got the most experience on the court. You should know how to play, bro.
Right. Agree.
Yeah.
The only thing I had problem with was our screening again today. I don't know what is with us and not just the fundamental like screening and boxing out.
It's not the screening actually. The guy Davion Mitchell knows how to sell a screen. Like he knows what to do. I do the same thing to be honest, but because that's what guards do. Davion Mitchell's he's smart on defense because this guy he likes to. He's a what do you call it? A gritty guy where he likes to play defense. That's his thing.
That's it. Yeah, they're gonna be they're a young team. Y'all got some talent on the Raptors though, but again, we're just too poised for them. And like they showed some signs. I mean, when they beat Boston, they showed some signs. But I think right now we're just in a groove. Everybody's playing well. Defense is having its moments, and we're doing enough to beat. We're beating the teams we're supposed to beat. And that's a big part of getting to the playoff. You beat all the teams you're supposed to beat, or most of the time, and then split with the good teams. That's how it works, and that's the way we should be looking at this season. That's the way we should be looking at it.
It's not so easy to score on us like before. Like they think it's butter chicken. Like when they see Damian Lillard, it's not anymore.
It's not. He's trying.
Picking the pocket, he's blocking people, getting chased out of the box.
Yo, Janet MOC said, I see they brought out bootleg Brian Winters. I don't even know if they know who Brian Winters is. They gonna have to Google that one. Shout out to Janet MOC with the blast from the past. That was hilarious.
Wow.
All right. Oh, Nemesis said Dame played physical tonight. I would say that, and he was playing in the passing lanes. Like we've said, and this is the way we expect him to play moving forward, is just efficient basketball. He doesn't need to take 25, 30 shots to get his money. He's taking less than 20 shots and still scoring close to 30. That's what we need from Dame. And the reason that helps this team, because now everyone's in the flow. The ball isn't just sticking to two people. It's not just sticking in Giannis's hand. It's not just sticking in Dame's hand. We're getting ball movement. We can see by the scoring here. I mean, we had 5 people in double figures, almost 6, almost a 7.
Yeah, and some bench guys stepped in when they needed to. You know what I was surprised with too? I like this new addition with Dame getting started doing mid-range shots. That just gets his shot going. You know.
That's a good point.
Honestly, I don't want to compare myself to Damian Lillard, but I'm not really much of a three-point shooter. But I'm nasty at the mid-range. Damian Lillard cannot miss on the free. Like this dude is one of the best shooters of all time.
Man, that's a good point.
Mid-range, nobody's stopping you. Nobody could stop Jordan when he was in the mid-range. Nobody.
True.
The three-point line, yes, you can cut them off. You know, wall them up. What do you call it? Close out. It's hard to shoot. Why do you think percentages? You know how Boston plays the numbers game? They say, oh. We shoot threes because it'll balance out even if we miss.
Right.
We make 35%. Okay,
hold on 1 second. We tapping in one of the most influential members on the chat. You see this man in the bottom right. Hey, B-Shack. Salute B-Shack. Right. Happy Friday. What up?
B-Shack. The one and only.
Right.
Florida rocking.
There we go. Respect. Again, we got Bahamas, we got Toronto, we got Florida. I be trying to tell him, B-Shack, we global, man. I be trying to tell him.
Yes, sir.
Is that right? Now, we got the homie B-Shack on here. Please give us your breakdown. You know the people want to hear from you.
Listen, man. I first of all, I was traveling from Fort Lauderdale to Orlando, so I was kind of catching the game. I was watching in and out.
Right.
So I didn't watch it in full detail, but my takeaways are this two-man game with Dame and Giannis is looking sick. It is looking sweet.
Told y'all,
and
see?
That's right there that's a threat to the entire league. I don't care how the Bucks have.
Talk to
I
him.
don't care how bad the Bucks have looked in the past. If they're playing like that and they're committed to ball movement and watch this and body movement, see, there's a difference. When you can move the ball, that's okay. But when you move the bodies as well, and you got guys cutting and screening and driving and rolling and popping all over the place. And I'm listening to the other announcers. The other announcers are saying, "Yo, they just keep bringing shooters off the bench. They just keep shooters after shooter after shooter." See, sometimes we may get in our own Bucks bubble, and that's cool. But to hear the respect from from the other side and their perspective on our personnel. That one lineup they put out with Giannis, Dame, Khris, Bobby, and and
Was it Rollins?
AJ Green.
Oh, AJ Green, yeah.
It was like shooting all over the place, and so I think the Bucks, man, listen, they got to practice some muscle memory because they turned the corner, then they went back some.
Facts,
They
Mr. Cole.
have to keep the muscle memory on. Okay, the type of energy we have to bring to the game. Don't walk through your plays. Run through your plays. Hard cuts.
Yep.
Don't you can't afford to sleepwalk. Your athleticism or your lack thereof and your age, you cannot coast in any game. You have to play full speed.
Right.
Because you're already slower than the other teams. But if you're committed to the ball movement and the body movement, and Damian Giannis are playing like this, and then Khris, maybe he's coming around, and that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. We want to see Khris come around. Now listen, I didn't watch the whole game, so if he got burnt on defense a couple of times,
no, he played solid tonight. No, I have no complaints about Khris Middleton. But that's
what I like about Khris Middleton. Sorry, go ahead. The thing I like Khris Middleton is, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, is he brings a lot of IQ to his low IQ team.
Yeah, it is.
He'll come in and get a stop, and it doesn't have to be a steal or a block. He'll foul them on purpose, so it just slows the game down.
I agree.
That's thinking ahead.
Put me down for Rollins to be permanently kept in the starting lineup.
I agree with that.
Because listen, I love Ajax. Ajax, it's become a new tradition for him to commit a foul in the first 30 seconds. I mean, every game he's committing a foul the first 30 to 60 seconds. Every game, you can almost book it. And he's making, sometimes he's over aggressive. And listen, I'm one of the guys that loved him starting. So I felt like his aggression or his defensive ability on the best player on the team kind of kept the other team from jumping out to fast starts. But on balance, man, Rollins gives you the defense
and the offense.
He gives you let's break it down. He gives you the shooting on offense. He gives you another ball handler. See, you got putting AJ Green in there. Even though he's a better shooter, he's not the ball handler Rollins is, which makes him even a tougher threat. And the fact that he's a solid shooter, you can't leave him open. So I love, man, this Rollins in the starting lineup, man, and I'd be curious to see what happens.
When Ajax come back, Ajax, Andre Jackson.
Jack's gonna be out. How long?
I don't know. Chat, how long do we have a timetable on Andre Jackson Jr. yet? Let us know in the chat.
He said he had a hip contusion. He just probably bumped someone. When I saw him, he bumped into someone. So I don't think it'll take too long. Maybe a week or two.
Yeah, listen,
It's not a crazy
his
thing.
minutes were already going down, and I don't know if he should get his starting job back. I think if Rollins continues to play solid, I don't see any reason to take him
Not to
out the
play him.
starting line.
Right.
Yeah.
I
If he
agree.
was ours, but if he was ours, like if he was actually signed to a real contract, then he would have been starting last year, to be honest. Not starting, I mean, he would have been playing more minutes last year, I would say.
Right.
Even off coming off the bench, being a rotation guy.
Yeah, Janet
They didn't even
one
change the
second,
card last year.
Londo. I think this was a good point to just piggyback off of what y'all was saying earlier about Andre Jackson Jr. Janet MOC said again in the first quarter 3 fouls. I mean that's
not no bueno.
Yeah, no.
No bueno, bro.
Hey, Dame, but I like what Dame and Giannis are doing, and I know that people are saying it's not polished yet, but you can see when they're doing it, it works. It's nasty. They score almost every time, or it's a foul on the pick and roll. It's a score or a foul. It's either or. They need to spam that some more. Hold on, let me get the homie super chat real quick. 1 second, y'all. Saul Cali, appreciate the $4.99 super chat. Says salute. And salute, bro. Appreciate you with the $4.99 super chat. Salute, Saul Cali. Go ahead, Gibson. You want to say so? Go ahead.
I think I can step out to let somebody in, but salute to B-Shack, salute to Juan Orlando. Peace and love.
Before you leave, what's your last statement? No, hold on. We're not gonna do it like that. What's your last statement? Give us your last take, and then you know how you get off of here, bro. Come on, man. Go ahead, Gibson.
My last take for Juan Orlando and B-Shack, I want the Milwaukee Bucks to beat the hell out of the Sixers on Sunday. Last one, once we get that one, to beat the hell out of them, mop the floor with them, get them out of there quick, fast, and hurry. Don't waste no time. Peace and love to everybody in the chat. Get them out of there.
Hey, I just wanted to piggyback before I forget.
Go ahead.
What B-Stack was talking about how Andre Jackson should get less minutes. I think it also depends on officiating, because remember in the beginning of the year where he was shining as that defender, stopper, and stuff like that. He's allowed to play more physical, because when you're known as a defender now, they're gonna target you now. So they're gonna be like foul baiting, and anything he does, you just take him out of the game mentally, and he goes crazy. You know him. So Doc has to take him out within like 2-3 minutes in the game. It's just like, what the heck?
Do you think they're saying in the chat though that they're blaming that on age, Monolando? What do you want to say? They're saying it's because he's young, give him time.
No. He was playing good, and we praise him for that. Doc that's why he started. But it's, what do you call it? Sometimes the way the officials play the game, they let them play sometimes, and then on the other end they'll touch fouls. Like, it doesn't make sense. So I think Doc should utilize his defense in certain ways where he tests the waters. Like, okay, look what the officials are doing right now.
That's a good point.
Letting us play. Okay, let's play more physical. Get Andre Jackson back in. Okay, they're not allowing touch fouls. Okay, so you know what? We're gonna back off and play like a different type of defense. So I think that's why, it's not something where it's just plug and play. You have to analyze it and see what the refs are calling. Okay, these guys are calling this kind of fouls. They weren't calling that yesterday when we played against the Magic. Why are they calling them this game?
And then adjusting to that.
It depends on certain players too. Star players like Brunson and all those guys, foul baiters. Yeah, you got to think of that too, because it's not only, oh yeah, this guy's a good defender. Even good defenders get taken out of the game. Like, look at Karl Anthony Towns. Everyone hunts him down. They want him out of the game. Yeah.
I see it slightly different. And I think when you are known as a defender, I think the referees actually give you more slack. They actually give you more slack. Here's the problem with Ajax. You are national television. Your defense actually got shine during the in-season tournament.
Yeah, the cup. Yep.
Yeah. So people know and people respect your defense. But the problem with him is he does not think. He does not play thinking defense. He does not play the game within the game. So in other words, don't be so, because he's real competitive. He's real combative. Play defense with your feet in the beginning of the game. Be less handsy. Start the game.
Yeah, I agree.
You could do all the hand wave, whatever. Just move your feet. Don't body up so much. And as the game continues, over time you start to get a little more physical. Don't start
physical,
off like hitting people or bumping people. Don't start that way. Ease into the game. Let your feet play defense with your feet, because you move well with your feet. Active hands, hands up. But as the game, second quarter, third quarter,
get a feel for the game and just don't keep doing the same thing over. See how they're calling things first before that. One thing I do want to call out. Right, agree. I want to call out one thing that I did say that we were talking about ad nauseum at the beginning of the year. Is we didn't see the coach, like the assistant coaches talking to players. I saw Darvin Ham engaging with players today. I saw a couple assistant coaches now starting to engage with players. I wonder what's changed, but I like what I'm seeing, that I'm seeing the assistant coaches actually looking like they're doing something recently. It's been over the stretch. I don't know what's going on during this homestand, but this should be the blueprint that we're using. We need to lock these games up.
I think I know. I think they're listening to AmarasLogic.
There we go.
Doc, you remember? Didn't I say the other day? Doc probably listens to this podcast.
I'm just saying it's coincidence. Some of the things we talk about that a few games later they end up happening. I'll just say it's coincidence. Yeah. I'm not gonna talk crazy yet. I'm just gonna say it's an interesting coincidence. That's what I'll say.
Doc, if you're in the chat, salute.
Salute! Chat salute is crazy. It's crazy. But I'm really proud of this team. But it just seemed like they're just playing much different. The pace is different. Even Dame is playing at a faster pace. Dame is usually slower. I see him pushing the ball up the court more. If he's not running, he's pushing to someone that can run. I'm noticing all these little nuances. I'm like, oh, that's a new little wrinkle. So maybe Doc is slowly instituting things. It shouldn't have taken till the halfway point of the season. But nonetheless, we're here, and it looks like Doc is getting some things going. What do you think, B-Shack? Then let's go to Monalando. What you think, B-Shack?
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, it's something. They got embarrassed in New York. And I think they came out of New York, and I don't know if they had a team-only thing. I don't know if they had a come-to-Jesus meeting.
Word?
But something happened, because they didn't come into that game ready to play. See, it's one thing when you get outplayed or outmaneuvered, or the differences of play here and there. But when you appear that you didn't come ready to play, I think the coaches had to look in the mirror. The players had to look in, and that might be why you see the coaches engaging more, because I think they were embarrassed. They did not have their team ready to play in New York. If you can't,
that's a good point, though.
If you can't get up for Madison Square Garden, listen, I've been there. I was there when I was much younger. It's different, man. It is different. It is different. That place shakes, man, when the fans really get into the game. And most players get up for that game. So I really don't understand. Now, it is a bad matchup in some ways, because they just don't have any answer for Towns, man.
Right.
The Towns, Townsend, that tandem, Townsend and
Brunson.
That's a tough tandem for the Bucks, man. But I think the key is, listen, we didn't have Rollins or Trent for that game. I think you're going to need Rollins. Rollins might be your best defensive player on Brunson.
Okay.
Because he has a lower base. Brunson has that low base, man.
Long arms too.
Long arms, yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk that much about Rollins' wingspan. He has a crazy wingspan.
Yeah, it's like 7 feet or something like that. Yeah, it's something crazy.
Yeah, I think because I think he's too smart. I mean, I think he's too smart for Ajax, man. I mean, Brunson is extremely. It's not just physical with him. He's really smart.
His dad was in the league. He's for pedigree. He's been groomed to do this. He knows it all.
Like second nature for him.
Right, exactly.
and foul bait.
Exactly.
It's second nature. It's like he doesn't even need to think.
No, it just happens.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. Also, I think the Bucks are turning. I think the Bucks are just not beating these teams right now. They are in beatdown mode, and so look at what's happened. The Cavs are showing chinks in their armor right now.
Mm-hmm.
Boston showing chinks in their armor.
True that.
Right now, the only team that we really have not played with in the East is the Knicks. We should have won at least maybe 2 games against the Cavs. The Celtics games pretty much come down to the wire, and those teams I think have shown that despite the media's narrative, they're beatable teams.
I agree.
They're beatable teams. So we should feel good, man. They should see that and feel like we've got a chance. We have a chance just as much as anybody, to not get to the first or second seed, but to actually win the East in the playoffs.
I agree. I think we're gonna make our run in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Our run will be in the playoffs. And this is all prep for the playoffs, figuring out the lineups, pick and roll. I think I know this sounds crazy, y'all. I think Doc is using this whole regular season as damn near an experiment, one big experiment. And as thing works, they're logging it. Like, okay, we know this works. Okay, we know this works. Let's try this. Let's try this line. That's why now I'm starting to put it together. Like, okay, you're really just trying to figure out. You're using this whole 82 game to figure out what works, who should be where, how much time they should be playing, and what matchups. I think now that all they're doing is gathering data. I think this whole season is gathering data.
Yeah, Amar, I wanted to add on to that. Actually, you did a good point. So you know how everyone's like, oh, trade this guy, and we don't have value, like not value, assets and whatnot. Everyone can agree that like some of the players that are on this team are like not themselves anymore. Like I'm not talking about Middleton or Brook or anyone. But I'm not pointing fingers, but you would say you can get better than this. You know what I'm saying? But we can't. And Doc is trying his best to a team that we think we should have traded a long time ago, or got broken up a long time ago. Doc has to be commended, bro. I'm not like glazing, but
but you know what? I go in on Doc, but I really been thinking about things and over this win streak and just watching the sidelines a little bit more, watching the interaction and things different, and it's just like we don't have all the bigs or the speed that we need, which is why I think he's putting these hodgepodge lineups to see what can work. So yeah, maybe we should give Doc a little bit more credit for what he's trying to do with what's on his plate.
Yeah, I just get annoyed with every time Doc's name is mentioned, it's just something negative. So like I'm just trying to give some positive and
Right. No, I think we should. But we're noticing it though. You get positive reinforcement when you make positive decisions. He's been doing some positive things during this win streak. I'm already saying 4 because I'm talking it into existence, and we about to win tomorrow. So over this 4-game win streak, I've noticed a lot of changes from the staff to the personnel to the energy in this team is different. Like we've been saying, B-Shack, you were saying too, is that maybe that Knicks beating was everything that we needed.
Yeah, exactly. And if you look at the schedule, we shouldn't lose another game for the next week. I mean, the next real test we'll have is next Saturday against the Clippers.
The Clippers, yep.
We're gonna wax every other team up until then. I mean, Sixers. Oh my god, the Sixers gonna get killed, man. The Pelicans.
Yeah, they're trying to take.
Yeah. We should be good until that. We should be able to beat the Clippers too. But I'm saying they're the only threat that we've got coming up. But yeah, man. I think the Bucks right now, man. They should feel pretty good about themselves. And Doc, you talking about Doc Rivers? I think we forget sometimes because we're looking at the game very granularly. We're looking at every rotation. We're looking at strategy. But overall, Doc is the best communicator at coach. The Bucks have had. Okay, let's go back. Adrian Griffin. They didn't have any respect for him.
Right.
I heard that Bud was just about business. He didn't develop no personal relationships with the players. He was just about business. I heard Giannis didn't have a real relationship with him. It was just, come to work and we'll get it done. Jay Kidd was really hardcore, man. Drill sergeant kind of, prickly
Right.
personality. And so it's been a long time since they had a coach that was this level of a communicator, that had this type of cachet, that they respect.
He's a player's coach, though. That's his whole special power.
He's a player's coach. He's a former player. People forget Doc. When Doc was at the Hawks, man, Doc was like steel leader. He was, Doc was ball, and so he gets a lot of flack for the 3-1 losses over the years. But I think he really got the Bucks' ear right now. I think that offense, maybe, just maybe, he's finally starting to unpackage his offense. Oh, he's about, I'm holding, I'm waiting, I'm waiting to unleash some stuff. And we're seeing some stuff. Listen, Dame, you remember Dame didn't seem, when Giannis would be open, he couldn't pull the trigger.
Right.
On the lobs. He was throwing a lot of interceptions on the lobs. Now, man, he's starting to get the time. They got the spacing, they got the timing.
8 assists, no turnovers today, B-Shack, just to add to your point. 8 assists, no turnovers.
Very good. And if Dame ever gets, just get to 75% of the comfort level that Giannis has with Khris. If they can just get to 75% of that, ain't no stopping them.
Right. I feel they're a little about 60% or so now. I'll say 65% now. But you can see when it works nasty. Like it's either a score or a foul. There is no in between.
Yeah. Especially when there's no turnovers.
Yeah, but the thing is though, the teams, the reason now I'm paying it, just really trying to think about the game. Teams are stopping the pick and roll by blitzing Dame. You can't initiate the pick and roll if he don't have the ball. Toronto just happened not to be blitzing him like that until later, but by then it was too late. They already got into the rhythm. You know what I'm saying? We lost against the Knicks blitzed him right away. They did not allow him to get any type of rhythm going with Giannis.
But
kind of like what we did with Maxey last year when they blitzed every star player. For example, Maxey and what's his name, Shea,
Gilgeous-Alexander.
And those type of elite point guards, when we blitz them early, so it gets them out of the game early.
Yeah, agreed.
Let's see that blitz. That's partly Dame's fault. When you play that slow style, you give dudes a head start to come blitz you. But if you play with pace, listen,
right?
Okay, I played some point before. If you playing with pace, when dudes coming at you and you coming fast too, they're taking a risk running at you, because you can split it, you go right around them. But when you play slow, you actually play into the blitz. So if Dame can keep his pace up, because Dame is quick. He may not be fast like
he's quick,
but he's quick. So if he can just play with a little more pace, he can help dismantle that. Do
you think it's an energy conservation thing? Because he knows he's gonna have to play extended minutes. I'm not trying to make it as you. I'm just asking if that could be.
Well, you know something, that probably is some truth to that, because Dame, I heard him one time talking about the game, and he says he plays the long game. He's really a smart player. He says he used the first half to set up his second half. So he'll literally play a certain style in the first half, knowing that they subconsciously, people get used to what he's doing, and then he does something different in the second half.
It up.
So he might be conserving because he feels like he has to do Dame time. But you got Khris at the end of the game too. Khris has got closer instincts as well. he got the DNA. He got
Right.
the DNA. He got it too.
Right. True.
So
True.
so you don't have to put all that on yourself.
No, I agree. And like I said, like we were saying, though, this is some of the most efficient basketball I think I've seen Dame play. I mean, he's scoring almost 30, taking what, 17 shots, maybe? Maybe?
Yeah. Definitely the efficiency, because listen, I've been saying you didn't told us all about your workouts in the off season.
You was going in on it. You was going in.
You was doing all those crazy exercises, and you said they're gonna get the real Dame this year. So maybe maybe now some of that is kicking in now.
I just want to point out some stats for him this year. In 32 games, he is shooting 45% from the field, 38.9% from the three, 91% from the free throw line. He is averaging 25 points a game. That's very solid numbers. Those are very solid numbers, friends and family. That's solid production. There should be no complaints. What else do you want from your second star? What else? What else?
Other second star doing this, bro.
What else? We have the. You know what? Let's talk. You know, let's poke our chests out a little bit. We got the number 1 and 2 scorers in the NBA as far as punch on the same team. We got the number one. We got the number 1 scoring punch in the NBA. Dame and Giannis scored the most points out of any other duo in the NBA. Period. Salute them for that. So that's why I was saying, once we got Khris coming off the bench, look at how the bench has been scoring points now with Khris coming off the bench, helping them get it going, then having the starters get it going. That's what's been the big difference throughout this stretch. Khris setting the tone for the bench, getting buckets. We got 41 bench points tonight. 41. That's going to win you some ball games.
Our bench is actually one of the best.
I believe it. I believe it. Look at Gary Trent coming off the bench giving you double figures. Bobby giving you double figures. Middleton giving you double figures. That's quality. And that's what they were saying in the broadcast. They keep bringing off shooters. I will say shooters, but we're bringing in people that can score. We're bringing in scorers.
Yeah, and let's be honest. The only fear the Bucks should have, they shouldn't fear any other team. The only thing they should, only thing that really can stand our way are injuries. Those unexpected injuries, and I know it's in their best interest to blow teams out. So you go pull these starters at the end of the games. And when you playing these close games, and you are taxing your body, you are getting dehydrated, which kills the muscles. You start cramping, and your muscles start pulling. They need to blow teams out so they can go. So those guys can go to the bench, either be out for the rest of the game, or be out, get long stretches of rest, and so they can there's different ways to low manage. I like this old school style of low managing during the game.
The game, right.
Yeah, rather than, having players sit out. But they got to keep playing like this. If they play like this, they could be like the Bucks were a few years ago, where they were just killing teams.
Right.
And they could get that rest. And then, because the last 3-4 games going to playoffs, you usually, if you can, you like to rest your players.
Right.
But the problem is, if you don't get your wins now, right? You because it's all going to be about seeding. You don't want to be at the end of the season fighting, to get the spot you want. That means you have to play your players. You got to play your best players. You want to get those wins now. Get yourself a cushion, so now you can get your guys to rest before the playoffs. That's what you really want to do.
Facts. I got a couple of comments I want us to talk about before we start to wrap it up here. Let me get this comment here. So Cream City 1846 said, if you're all watching and paying attention, it's Dame who's really advocating for Ryan Rollins. Dame and Rollins got some real chemistry out there. I saw Dame tell Doc to take him out and put Ryan in. Interesting. I didn't notice that, but good observation. If you want somebody in your corner, Ryan Rollins, Dame is a pretty good person to have in your corner. And if Dame has that type of pull to get him in there, we really need to get this dude on the roster. That's telling.
One more thing they need to do is tell John Horst to go sign this dude right now. And Dame could be his, his.
We can't until we get rid of somebody. That's the whole point, Monalando. Whoever was playing with AJ Green or whoever was playing, Dame said to pull him out and put in Ryan Rollins. That they have chemistry and they do play well together. I think, to be honest, Ryan Rollins fits in very good with his skill set with Dame and Giannis as a starter. Damn, yeah. He would make things easier. He
probably reminds Dame of his partner back in Portland.
Yeah, like CJ. Very steady, similar. Yeah, very steady. Very steady. Good point. What you think about that, Monalando?
Yeah, I feel like Dame just needs another guard beside him. So when he's getting blitzed, he can pass to the guy who can handle the ball and make a play.
Right. No, I agree. All right, next question. We got two more, y'all. Derek Stevenson said they had a team meeting, in my opinion. They were playing with some urgency and pace. They was embarrassed by New York. I would agree with that. That's a fair point. I think they had to. Now, on the flip side of what we've been talking about, Sal Cali saying Andre Jackson Jr.'s defensive rating is insanely good, and I believe that. So that's the other side of the coin. You got someone that's highly touted defensively, doesn't have the offense. You got someone that's not as highly touted defensively, but has offense as well to balance it out, and is a ball handler.
Yeah, but he negates his defense when he doesn't play smart. We don't need you. We don't need as soon as the guys start to break a sweat, you got 3 fouls on you. I mean, that don't work, man. I mean, you need to calm down, man. Calm yourself down, man. We already talked about this, but it don't matter how good of a defense he plays if he's committing stupid fouls.
That's a good point. But I understand the other side of the coin where he's an all-ball defender. So it's interesting.
I'm an Ajax fan. I was on the court. Another thing too, they swing the ball out to you, you're wide open, and you getting rid of the ball like it's like
hot potatoes.
200 degrees, playing hot potato, and you throwing across the court.
Yes.
Talk about passing the rock because it's hot.
Right. Now we got a good stat about Khris Middleton. Shout out to the birthday girl, Eliza. What up, Eliza?
What Eliza talking about?
Since Khris has returned to the Bucks bench, he has the second best offensive rating and third best net rating, trailing only Boston and OKC. And we weren't disrespecting Khris. That's why we said when he come off the bench, it would help the team. Now we're here. Ain't we, B-Shaq?
I got a question for you. I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, have we seen the last of Chris's starting days? We about to make someone real mad, I know.
I don't know. I don't know because they're saying they're because he got the tendonitis. So they're saying once he works himself back that he'll be starting. But I don't know if that's the right thing to do. Just because of how our bench is clicking now with him coming off the bench. I think he helps the team more. And he's still playing 30 minutes. So it's not a big deal. So why can't he? Yeah, I think he's better suited right now for the bench at this stage in his career. And look what he's giving us. Like I said, he's going to give us anywhere from 12 to 17 points. If we get that from him, that's a win for me.
Yeah, and it also has less touches for Bobby. So
right.
So Khris Middleton, I trust him more than Bobby.
Correct.
Khris will do whatever they want him to do right now because he don't want to make no enemies in Milwaukee.
I agree. I agree. But I'm proud of the way that Middleton has accepted a role on the bench that came in and been a positive impact. Seeing him make some defensive play. And I think going against second units, it's not as much stress on him and his body on defense as well. Now, he'll play in the fourth quarter. He plays in the closing minutes, so he's going to play in the fourth quarter in a tight game those last 5 minutes. So he's still playing the important minutes of the game, just not starting. I like that Taurean Prince with his size and athleticism is starting the game. Same reason we like Andre Jackson Jr. because of athleticism and defensive prowess. Same thing. But when you bring that off the bench, now like I said, scoring 41 points today, 43 the other day, he is really giving our bench a punch. We don't really, not saying we don't need him on offense to start, but when you got Giannis and Dame, they're superstars, and a superstar is defined by a player that can go on an individual run. Giannis can score 12 points by himself, period. No one else, just him. Dame can score 12, 14 points by himself. No one else. When you have that type of firepower, you just need to protect them and make sure they're getting their money and you're holding defense, they'll get it in. And then if you have the bench coming in when they're slowing down a little bit, then you got Middleton coming in now. They done tapered off a little bit. Now he getting his buckets. Now Gary Trent is kicking in. AJ Green is kicking in. Now we up 15.
Yeah, it's like when we well, go ahead, B-Shaq.
Go ahead, B-Shaq. There we go to Mount Orlando.
Way off topic, but have y'all been checking out AJ Johnson with the Herd?
Yeah, we've been talking about it. And with Chris Livingston.
I've been watching it. I'm not gonna lie.
He been poking on people.
He's so confident.
If they let him loose, he is a pit bull, and you can just see the spittle coming down his mouth. You can just see the spittle. He is ready to get out here and show something. He is ready to come in the real NBA and show something. Whenever they let the leash off of him, it's gonna get dark. I'm telling you.
But has Rollins taken his spot, man? Like
for this year, yes.
For this year, but man, the upside on that kid. Oh my goodness, man.
It is. It's serious. It's definitely serious. Definitely serious. Let's get a last call here before we get up out of here. Let's start with B-Shaq. Then we're going to end with Mount Orlando. On you, B-Shaq.
Nah, man. I listen. Highlight my big idea tonight is Dame and Giannis on the same page. That is danger for the rest of the league. I know the scouts are like, calling special meetings because they're like, yo, what I just saw, we better look out for the Bucks.
Facts.
And if Dame and Giannis, who are already leading the league in scoring, without being on the same page, I mean, not to this level.
Right.
Now if they start moving like a well-oiled machine, we can beat. I want Bucks Nation. If Dame and Giannis play like this, and we move the ball like this, and play inspired defense, we can play with anybody, without exception. Right now, the team playing best in the league right now is the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Right.
And look what we did to them. Okay, so
that's a great point. Shout out to B.
We just got to keep the ball rolling.
Appreciate you. What's up, Mount Orlando? It's on you.
Yeah, I agree with y'all. Honestly, what do you call it? I like what Doc is doing. Like, I know we give a lot of credit to the players all the time. Oh, this guy did this. Look, Doc's the one that put them in those positions, right?
Yeah, correct.
And like you said before, it was like he's testing out different lineups. Every day is something new.
Right.
It's like what is Doc gonna do tomorrow? Like we always want to know. So I like to see the changes every time. Like,
fact scales.
And that debunks those adjustments that people used to say, oh, Doc makes no adjustments. He's making every day. You don't see it because you don't watch the Bucks.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're just watching the ESPN. Nobody cares about ESPN and the Bucks. Do you guys care about ESPN?
No, not at all.
Nobody cares about. I don't know.
YouTube is my ESPN. Real talk. It is my ESPN. I appreciate you. All right, y'all. Yeah. Salute to the homie B-Shaq in Miami. Salute to Mount Orlando there in Toronto. Appreciate y'all tapping in. I'll see y'all on Sunday, gentlemen. All right, y'all.
Yeah.
All right.
Have a good one.
All right, you too, man. All right, y'all. Be getting this comment set. Oh, let me tap in the homie Brandon. I see you just tapped in. Let me tap in Brandon too. Hold on. What up, Brandon? Tell me how you feel about today's game, bro.
What's up, Papa?
What up?
Hey, now we start getting going.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, Brad. That is my bad, bro. I forgot to even mention that. Shout out to No Strays for bringing that up. R.I.P. to Bob Uecker. R.I.P. Bob Uecker, y'all. One of the great announcers of all time for the Milwaukee Brewers passed today. 90 years old. You had a great run, bro. Great run.
Yeah, one of the best Brewers play callers
Ever.
since they won.
Facts. That's why we here. We replacing ESPN. This is ESPN. This is First Take. This is all that wrapped into one with community participation and community involvement. That's where we add the sauce. We ESPN with Sazon. If y'all know what Sazon is. We ESPN with Sazon over here. Go ahead. It's on you, Brandon.
All right. Hey, this is the team that we've been waiting for.
Right.
Been saying it. I think what everybody's saying is, hey, and Nick Ward gave us the more confidence.
Mm-hmm.
They gave us more firepower.
Right.
That now we play with a sense of urgency.
Right. Facts.
We headed into the right direction. Now, I think I might Wallet in starting lineup.
Okay.
Because I think we need to cut guy with the one right and pay let go of my back. Because if we somehow get right on this roster, we can make it happen.
I agree. But I think we just gotta wait now, maybe until like the trade deadline, or maybe they'll cut him or buy out the line, right? But something will happen.
Yep. Also, now we got this tonight. It's one of the friends to be at home.
Right, and we got one more game. We got another home game on Sunday against the 76ers, so we could try to get a sweep this week. Would be dope.
Because I don't think you're not playing too.
That see, you gotta stop. You gotta stop that. Just because a superstar ain't playing, don't mean it's a guaranteed win. How many times have we won games without Giannis or Dame? You can't. That's the wrong attitude to go into the game with. That's how you get beat. Making an assumption because somebody is out that you just go steamroll a team. These are still NBA players, Brandon. They still getting paid like everybody else getting played. We cannot. We gotta not have the mentality to come in making assumptions. We don't have that right yet. We're still trying to get ourselves together. We need to treat them like they got Embiid, Paul George, Maxey, all playing at 100%. We should not be playing down to our competition. I don't care if Paul George and Embiid ain't playing. We need to treat them as both of them as playing, put our foot on their neck and get them out of here. Don't play no games. But what we can't do is underestimate a team. The worst thing is a wounded dog. So if they're wounded, you got to watch out and play even harder. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Yeah.
How about that?
You know, it's all good. It's your opinion. I'm just letting you know, what other way to look at it.
Hey, that damn young Piccolo. Hey, it's working. Now we're seeing it.
Yeah, absolutely. We're seeing it glimpses. We're seeing glimpses.
Yeah. And Khris Middleton, like he said, how many points did he got today?
Today he had what, 12? 12? Let me check. Hold on. I think 12 or 14. Let me see. I think it was right about 12. Let me see. Hold on. Middleton, 13 points. I'm okay with that. 13.
Hey, he keep kicking that up, playing like 24, 20 minutes. We okay with it.
Right. I am too.
Hey, let's take this momentum going
To
into
Sunday.
Sunday night.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, Brandon.
And take it one game at a time.
One more time. Give it to him one more time.
Hey, take it one game at a time.
There we go. There we go. Hey, that's a battle cry.
We're in the right direction, y'all.
Right.
Keep the thing going, bro.
Right. Appreciate you. All right, bro. All right. Shout out to Brandon. All right, y'all, about to wrap this up. Oh, I think y'all gonna like the ending beat too. Y'all stay on for the ending beat. I done switched up some beats. Like I said, y'all gonna get the full 360 experience. You gonna get the interaction. You gonna get the engagement, the audios, the visuals, the music. I mean, hey, it's cracking over here. How you a Bucks fan and you not subscribed over here, part of this community? Better get real, get to it. If you haven't already hit that like button, why are we only at 69? Why can't we be at 70? Why can't we be at 75 likes? Let's get them likes up, friends and family. Appreciate y'all. Nonetheless, I'm going to get up out of here. I'm Amara. This is AmarasLogic, Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news live edition, where we just got to discussing another blowout win by the Milwaukee Bucks against the Toronto Raptors, 112-130 in the house that Giannis built. Fine, sir, for friends and family. Dame and Giannis both went in. Bench scored 41 points. We cooking with some gas, friends and family. We cooking with some damn gas. Let's get it going. Derek Stevens said, 23-17. We're trending in the right direction. Up to 4th seed. Let's get the 3rd seed. Sixers are next. Let's go. I like it. Emerson said, go Bucks. Absolutely. My homie Jimmy Roller, longtime supporter. What's good, Jimmy Roller? I hope you good, bro. Hey, and Eliza, I hope you feel better, Eliza, so you can enjoy the game on Sunday, because we're going to whoop the Sixers, too. This is your #1 source for Bucks news, your #1 Bucks podcast on YouTube, and the best Bucks community by a landslide on YouTube. You see the intelligence, you see the stats, you see the information. Are you not subscribed? What? We go live after every game and give it to you straight raw, no filter. Subscribe. It's worth it, I promise you. Comment, like, subscribe, share, go. Y'all gonna like this beat, though. This is hard. All right, y'all, go.